What's going on, y'all? Yeah, another episode, Incorrectly Correct. More stories, more perspectives, huh? More conversational pieces, if you will. All right, man. You know how we do. We just get straight into it. And here we go again. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Look, man. So I just get these stories that people send to me, and we just talk about them, of course. And this one right here, man. We seeing a lot of this, and I don't know how it stops, or we kind of figure it won't stop, can't stop, I guess. But a Louisiana mom, a cheer mom, okay, age 45. I ain't gonna put a name out, man. On some if it's negativity, they don't get no shine as far as name going. You know what I mean? But if it's some dope stuff, if it's something good, it's inspirational. Yeah, you get a shout out, but not with the negative stuff, man. That ain't what we do here. We ain't about to big up some lames. And look, to call somebody lame is lame in itself, because you know what I mean. You not there. You're not in the situation. But I mean, I don't see how this situation could have happened without some lame decision making. Can we say that? I'm gonna say that. All right, so this 45-year-old cheer mom was sentenced to 26 years in prison for doing the do to do with her daughter's 14-year-old classmate. And not even that, man, she just naughty conversations via text message. I don't know if pictures was involved with five other teens. You know what I mean? Like, and then what's crazy, this part is like during the sentencing, her daughter, like, did she beg the court for the maximal penalty? Like, throw the chair at her. Now we don't know who this young man was to her daughter. I mean, they say classmate, but is it because the little girl was embarrassed that her mom did some stuff like this, or did she have a you know what I'm saying, an interest in the boy that mama went and got at? That's neither here nor there when it comes to the little girl. Like, that's not what we talking about here, man. But bro, this is disgusting behavior. Why are so many of these older women are just into these young boys, man? And, I mean, come on, man. I don't know. Okay, look, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right, so I would be a liar if when I was a young 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy in high school, I'd be a liar if I said that you see a fine teacher, you young, hormones going out of control. You don't have control of it. Just his brain. I see lady. Lady make me happy in bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. I've been a young man. I know what that's like. But who initiated the conversations, right? If I'm 14 and I'm trying to get at a 45-year-old, almost 9.99% out of 10, I'm getting shut down. It's just not happening. I don't care what status I have in life. I don't care what game I think I got. Like, it's just not happening. Well, maybe just me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit here and speak for every 14-year-old, because obviously, you know what I mean. But I'm saying, I don't think it's the young man who bagged the situation. I think it was the lady who had full control of this situation. I really don't believe this young man spit some game at her to make her say, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? But we don't know, so that's the beauty of this. We don't know, so we gonna just run. We gonna run with these different perspectives, right? So I'm 14. Maybe I'm tall, you know, handsome young man, and I look desirable, maybe to a lot of women's eyes. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't, we don't do the name drops here, but there's a prestigious R&B figure out there in the world, and on this artist come up on his come up, I did see it. I saw it. I saw 50-year-olds going nuts. Like, boy, I would tear his ass apart. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there is just that natural attraction where the young man didn't have to do much of anything. He was just him. He just looked like he looked, and the older lady saw him and was just like, Lord have mercy. What would I give to get that? And what we see is that she gave 26 years in prison of her life for that. You know what I mean? I don't know if he did much of anything to make that happen. And let's get into some shit, man. Let's not even be stupid here, or what they say, naive, right? Or oblivious to situations in life. Like, this is a 45. Well, I don't know if she was married. It doesn't say. All right, but a 45-year-old lady has interest in this young dude is wild, man. Wild. Looking at a 14-year-old and you wanted him sexually, and then it's five other teams. It's five other teams. I don't know, like maybe the 14-year-old boy was all like, "Hey man, so and so's mama. Hey, what I mean? We did a little thing, man. We was on a little cheer trip. She invited me up to her room. It's not here. I'm not reading that happened. I'm just saying, I'm throwing out these little situations, these hypotheticals. She invited me up to her room, and man, what? No, you lying. You lying. And then he showed proof. Look, we been texting and everything. Hey man, give me your number. I'm gonna see what I can do. And then I don't know if that was the case. And they say these other young dudes hit her up, got the number from the 14-year-old boy, start hitting her up. You know what I mean? Now she's feeling wanted. Maybe it's a feeling she haven't had in a long time. Ooh, let's dive into that. Right? What if she's not married? What if she don't have a boyfriend? She's just been yearning. Maybe she felt like there's an opportunity to get some young meat. That sounds horrible, as I just said that. I heard myself say that. That sounded horrible. But listen, that's what she was into. That's what she wanted at the time. She could have, you know what I mean? Like maybe she thought, this ain't never gonna get out. He's not gonna say anything. I know I'm not gonna say anything. A lot of these older women have these fantasies, man. Or, or, or it's because she's so sick of the grown men in her life that she could probably dabble. You know what I mean? Like, is it our fault as grown men? Is it our fault that we can't or won't or don't have the desire to just make this woman or these women feel so wanted, feel so needed, that their eyes will never, never, you know, look towards a teenager for some physical affection. You know what I mean? Like, is it our fault as grown men? Do we do this to our women, or just are the women, they got these sick little thoughts already? You know what I mean? And that's what they want to do. Can we be blamed men? And I don't want to go too far in it, because you got to jump on the other side. Like, well, what about the men that do it? You know what I mean? Right now, we ain't talking about men. We're talking about women, because here's the story, right? But is it our fault? Like, can we be blamed? Like, we don't do enough to make them feel wanted. We don't do enough to make them feel important, make them feel desirable. Can we put the blame on us? Right? And I'm gonna be honest, as I'm getting older out here, and that desire to want to do it is low. It's low, because I feel like a lot comes with it. Let me just say that a lot comes with it when you want that. And every man, every average dude, let me just say, man, because those boss baller type, man, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing for them. Or the dudes who got that it factor, it's nothing for them. But average guys like me, it's like it's a lot of work to get it. So it's like immediately my mind shuts down. I'm like, oh man, I would love to dabble in some da da da. And then I'm like, oh gosh, you know what all I gotta do to get it? I'm cool. I'm cool. Or is it because the women don't look at us anymore as desirable pieces? Like, everyone is chasing this one thing. I don't know, man. I'm now ramping, and that's not even a word. I'm just going on a little tangent, man. My bad. But look, this lady is about to spend. So when she get out, wow, when she get out, was she 70? 26 years, 45? Was she, ooh, no, 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 no. Yeah, she's like 70, 71 by the time she get out. And let's not ignore that this could really, really um be a tragedy for her daughter, right? Young teenage daughter, man, just starting to figure out herself in a sense through school, through, maybe social media, through meeting friends, having a social life. Then she's a cheerleader, right? So there's a circle there, right? There's a little culture there. And then it's like, yeah, how much did she damage her daughter only thinking about herself? That's very unfair to that young lady. And I guess I could see where the young girl is like, nah, give her more, give her the maximal sentence, because I'm so embarrassed by this woman. It's so disgraceful by my mom to do something like this, and she's hurt because now she's got to, you know what I'm saying, maneuver through this life, man, with that hanging over her head. Like, when these situations happen, like, man, we don't think about the impact it's gonna have on everybody. You know what I mean? Like, we just aren't. We just aren't aware. We don't think. And I think, yeah, we don't think. So I think a lot of us need to think more. It's a lot of thinking in the past couple of seconds. Golly, I said it a lot. I'm just saying though, come on, man. Like, when we make decisions, make sure we putting our feet in the other person's shoes, whoever is maybe involved in this decision. Think about the young man, right? Like, we don't know the situation. You know what I'm saying? Was she like real aggressive and forceful with this young dude? And how's that gonna affect him, right? Or the household, his parents are pissed, and they're gonna throw some guilt at him because he did participate. You know what I'm saying? And now his household is a show because how could you, Darren? I don't know the boy's name. How could you with that lady? You know, it's like that decision caused a ripple effect in a lot of people's lives, man. You know, now you got to think about the other teams she was getting at. You know, is it going to come out later that she did do something with one of them or all of them? Like, come on, lady, what are you doing? And then if she was driven to do this by the lack of desire, being desired and being wanted by men, come on, men in her life, not dads and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like, make her feel some kind of way where she ain't got to go run to no 14-year-old. What are we doing? Get it together. Stop pushing these older women towards these younger men. If we did our jobs enough, they won't be thinking about younger dudes. And I get it. And probably somebody like, man, nah, she just crazy. She just loony. She's just a piece of okay, yeah. You know what I mean? But I like to try to find out the why. Maybe we will never find out, but I would like to find out the why. I'm always into the why. You did this. Why? What was your reasoning, man? Now you done affected this young man's life. You done affected your daughter's life. You probably messed up the whole cheer squad. You know what I'm saying? What if because it is the rest of the cheerleaders on the team get disqualified in competitions or whatnot? Come on, man. Stop thinking about yourself so much that you don't put everybody else's. You know, come on, man. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm getting upset. Now I'm getting upset. So y'all tell me, man, all my listeners, man, let me know. Let me know. You know, do we blame who do we blame for this situation? I mean, obviously the lady. So is it because of her weird, nasty, naughty ambitions, right? Is it the men, her counterparts who aren't doing enough that she got to run to a 14-year-old boy? Huh? Come on, man. Y'all let me know who it is. Who who can we go at with this situation? That's what I want. I want to know that. But look, man, we just gonna keep it rolling because we got another one, and this one right here, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was so disgusted. And now we got another. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, take that. Boo! Get her out of here. Now there are three women. Well, it's all altogether four, but three effing women decided that they're going to teach this woman a lesson. Okay, so you know me, well, you know this pod, this channel, this page, this whatever, where you this sec we don't drop names for the negativity, but there's a Birmingham salon owner and two of her employees were arrested after a viral video showed a client being held against her will during a dispute over braid pricing. And I know some of y'all like, oh, I know this story. I heard this story, man. Well, chime in in the comments. Chime in, man. Tell me tell the audience what's y'all thoughts on this, man? Because I'm just gonna read this. Police charge this 32-year-old owner um and a 30-year-old employee and a 45-year-old employee with first degree kidnapping and third degree assault. All three are being held without bond in Jefferson County Jail. The incident happened Saturday at a Birmingham salon. We're not going to drop their name. The client, I'm not going to drop her name, said that she was quoted $200 for the braids, but after paying in cash, the stylist demanded an additional $50 for the human hair used. The victim said she was then blocked from leaving, threatened, locked in, pushed back inside, and had her real hair pulled. Police arrived while the stylist was attempting to cut the hair from the victim's head, and the officers told her repeatedly to stop touching the victim. The victim detailed the ordeal in a TikTok video that has since gone viral. Let me tell you something, man. I got this thing because this world is just you got to record everything that's happening to us, and I don't come from that era, so it's still a little strange to me. Still off putting to me. I can't stand it, and it's so much to the point where I'm saying to myself, it's a real thing now. We got to know that because usually I'm like, if it's recorded, it's fake. If it's recorded, it's a skit. All right, we see too many of these scenarios, and it's just like there's no way somebody said, "Oh my gosh, before this happened, let me get the camera out." Or I could be wrong. Maybe that is the case. Maybe that is how people do it. Look, this is happening to me. The world got to see it. Like what? Why everybody got to see what you're doing? That's why because I don't come from that, because I didn't grow up that way. It's like it's hard for me to accept that people actually just record everything that happens in their life, and to the point where I'm like, nah, they playing that. That's a skit. That's not real. I do that with a lot of these videos. I see that's not real, but this one is real because we got people that's in jail right now for it. So I don't know if you've seen the video, man. You looking at this video, the lady is like bragging that she's holding this woman's hair, got a smile on her face about it, yelling at the camera on some like, you're damn right I'm doing it. Oh, you want to pull your camera out? Here's mine. What the man are we doing out here, man? Like, you got paid. If you told this woman 200, she gave you the 200. I don't know what happened. I don't know the full details, man, but this is the part that we have fun on Incorrectly Correct. We have a blast with this because we can go all kinds of ways. Now, was it because she told the woman 200 and then the woman pulled out cash? And maybe this is what I think. The woman pulled out a wad of cash and was just flipping through it like, oh, 200, here you go, boom. Like she flexing. And the hairdresser like, oh, this is what it is? It's extra 50 for that human hair I use. Because she feel like this woman's showing me the money that she actually got it. So I'm gonna need that other 50. You might want to run that, even though it was never discussed between them. She saw that and just added on the extra. Now tempers flare because the client like, girl, please, you said 200. There's 200, even though she's holding probably like 7, 8 in her hand. And hey, man, let me tell you something. You see a lot of money, even though you don't act on it. Everybody that's listening, you cannot tell me if you see somebody with a wad of money, you don't go, man. Like Just for even if it's a split second, you're gonna have that thought. Like I take, you know what I'm saying? So especially with today's economy, man. Let me tell you something. Let me see somebody with a wad of cash in front of me. You think I'm not gonna think that? Man, please. I ain't gonna act on nothing, but I was. don't you show me all that money. Maybe that was what happened. And now this lady is pissed that she's flossing in front of her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm a shop owner. I'm a hairstylist. You want to flex on me? It's gonna be more." I've seen that in the barbershop. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you, man. I seen it in the barbershop. And when the person gave the extra loot and walked out, everybody in the barbershop like, yeah, he better gave me that extra loot. He knew what was gonna happen to him. What was gonna happen to him? Man, he paid you what you said. He paid you what you said the price was. You know what I mean? Or maybe the hairstylist wanted a tip and probably divvy it up with the other three. Cause how the other two? What made them get involved? You know what I mean? Like what? Why did they jump in and help out? Like what? Man, I want to know what was said or what was done for the other two to jump in on this ridiculous decision making. Because look, man, regardless if you didn't get a tip, regardless if you didn't get that extra 50 that you tried to get, if the lady paid what she was supposed to pay, eh, y'all supposed to just let her do her thing. And why are you other two jumping in, helping out? Because it's not explained. But come on, man. Why in the world did y'all jump in? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Why is that what we're doing here, man? Like, oh, because y'all down? You know what I mean? Because that's y'all owner. Like, I don't know, man. That just makes no sense for the other two to be jumped in, right? And I- okay, all right, okay. So hold on. I found some more. I found some more. Um, After confirming a price, style, and appointment time, the victim was decided to get a fresh set of boho knotless braids. I don't know what that is. Y'all gonna have to inform me in the comments. Though she was initially impressed by the customer service, things shifted when it was time for the victim to pay and leave for her appointment. After paying the stylist the 200 they had agreed upon over text messages, the braider demanded an additional 50 for use of human hair, which the victim never requested. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at this. They even got text messages. Oh, how okay. How much for the medium boho knotless? Start 200 and up depends on the length. Ah, okay, okay, okay. So from what I just read there in the text messages, okay. What price for the mid back and butt lift? 200. Okay, when are you available? Oh crap. So everything was set in stone. Okay, so here's the victim. I just wanted to get my hair done and go home. I looked in the mirror. I loved my hair. The victim recalling the owner's attempt to bargain the original 50 request to 30. She told me to just give her $30 and I can leave. Or if not, go sit in the chair and we'll cut the hair out, the victim said. I said, you're not cutting my hair out and I'm not giving you anything extra. I paid her 200. I'm leaving. She was like, you're not leaving. So she turns and locks the door. Ooh, I got locked in the building and I was told that I could not leave and that the service I received was actually 250. When I tried to leave, I was pushed back in and my hair was pulled. They pulled out my real hair while doing this. Wow. The victim says they held her onto her chair for 30 to 40 minutes until police arrived. Upon their arrival, the hairstylist reportedly tried to accuse the victim of punching her. However, after police reviewed security footage, they informed the salon owner that she had assaulted her client and had to let go despite her request to cut out the human hair pieces. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. My bad. Sorry, y'all. They informed the salon owner that she had assaulted the client and had to let her go despite her request to cut out the human pieces to forgive the $50 charge. Okay. I did not try to escalate the situation, the victim said. I just tried to de escalate. And that is also what made me pull out my camera because it's like, if I try to record this, then maybe they won't try to go to the extreme. Oh, man. Let's say that again. If I try to record it, then maybe they won't try to go to the extreme. So this lady used that as a defense mechanism. Let me pull out my camera and show them that I'm recording them and maybe they'll slow down. Maybe they'll stop. Dang. I don't know if they had weapons. Now you going for it. That's extreme. They could have done anything to me, especially locking me in the building not once but twice. I didn't know what to expect. I feared for my life, honestly. Wow. Okay. See, come on, man. What the hell? So this lady was actually just on some menace. Like, I don't give a fuck. I want that extra 50. Like, nah, you told me 200. You didn't say nothing about no extra 50. Okay, within 30. I'm sorry. This ain't, man, come on, man. All right, what about 30? Like, no, man. So could it be that she saw a lady pulled out the little wad and then she like, nah, I want some extra because you got it. You got it. All right, okay, you not 50 then 30 then. And when the lady said no, you said 200, and it's even in the text message. I just read that to y'all. She said 200. So she paid the 200 and the hairstylist wasn't feeling it. So they still don't say why the heck these other two women jumped in. They don't even say what are y'all doing? Y'all just gonna follow the lead. Okay, man. Y'all just gonna follow the lead of this lady who's in the complete wrong. Even if you look at the footage, like, did the owner forget that she got security footage? Do you see what I'm saying, man? How are you that lame that you allow your mind to say, I don't care if I know? I don't even think she realized I don't even think she remembered that she had security cameras in her salon because the cameras are showing her. being crazy out here. You know what I mean? Like she won't thinking at all, bro. At all. What she saw was that money. I'm telling you, that was the situation. After reading all of that, she saw the extra money that this client had, this victim had, and the hairstylist wanted more. I'm telling you, that's what it was, man. Y'all need to, man. I'm telling you, that's what it was. It could have been anything else. It could have been anything else. Because how do you know that she had to ask you? If that lady would have just pulled out her 200, look, let me tell you something, man. Like I said, I've been in barbershops, and I got a decent amount of hair, so I get my hair done. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's not be silly here. Let's not be silly here. That woman pulls out 200 flat, nothing else. That hairdresser would have took it, and that would have been it, because you said that's how much. You said it in the text message. You can't dispute it, man, because in two different text messages, that's what you saw. The initial price was 200, and the hairdresser said depending on the length, right? And then the client was all like, "Well, I just want it here to here," and then right back, yeah, it's 200. So twice you said it's 200. The lady paid you 200, and you wanted extra. I'm telling y'all, she saw more money and wanted more money. Because if the lady would have just only pulled out $200 and been like, "Here you go, thank you so much for your service," the hairdresser would have been like, "Thank you," and that would have been it. I'm telling you, she saw more money and tried to get it. Yeah, yeah, no good, lousy. What? All right, man, I ain't about to go to end this later. I ain't about to go. All right, so why in the holy fitna do she feel like that was acceptable? Like, why did she feel like that's gonna be okay to go through all of that for the extra loot? And now you didn't get the extra money. You got arrested. You're sitting in jail. Your business, your company is on some, what they call it? On eggshells. You know what I mean? It's like, who wanna come to your salon now? And then while you being recorded, look, man, if y'all seen the video, this lady is like so proud of what she's doing. She is proud of it. That's nuts. You a shop owner, a businesswoman. How is that type of behavior is acceptable as a business owner? You know what I mean? You just messed up the reputation of your salon, lady. And I ain't gonna say I hope you're proud of yourself, because I really don't hope she's proud of herself. And I feel bad about the lady who had to endure this. And I'm gonna be real. I feel bad for the shop owner, because if things are going bad in your life somewhere where you got to stoop to this, you know what I'm saying, and not care about the consequences of it, man, I don't know what's going on in your life, lady, but you just made it worse. Whatever is going through your life to lead you to make this decision, your life just got worse. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. In these moments, man, hey man, don't boy, stop letting your pride take over. Stop. Stop letting your pride take over. Right? Stop letting this boisterous mentality take over. Stop. Because now this woman lost clients. She definitely lost clients. We don't know if her shop gonna get shut down. I mean, she's in jail, so it ain't like she can go to the shop. Who's gonna hold the shop down? You know what I mean? Like, maybe she got other employees, but it's just like, it's on TikTok, it's on Facebook, it's everywhere now. It's on Instagram, it's all over the place. It's a viral video. So it's all over the place. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna put his name out there. Sean Stockton from Boys to Men. He said something in an interview, and hey man, hey man, yep, yep. Hats off to you, sir. He said something in the interview that stuck with me. He said, "Think about when we say viral video," and he said, "What's the main source of that term?" Right? Viral stems from virus, and what y'all young people use that word toxic. Anything that's virus is toxic, man. And he said people are trying to go viral so bad. Think about that. But anyway, this a viral video. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen it. It was sent to me, and I'm just a regular schmo. And we see this, man. This lady had like there. I don't see anybody wanting to go to that shop. And then you guys probably know the name of the shop because it's in the reports. I'm not gonna give it any light on this show. That's just not happening. And yeah, for just a split decision where you could have got paid what you said the cost of it was, and now look at you. Dang, man, yeah. And like I said, man, I feel bad for the victim, but to be real, I do feel bad for the shop owner because whatever she was going through, she decided that ain't enough. Right? I'm going through some hell right now, but it's not enough. If I'm going through hell, then screw it. Let's go all the way. Look, man. All right, look. I'm sorry, but we about to jump into some positive shit out here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we about to do. We about to get into some positive things. We're gonna end on positivity, right? And I got one right here. Um, Shout out to Miss Cox, Miss Jessica Cox. I'm giving her praise because, I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some good going on right here. So Miss Jessica Cox is a pilot, huh? With no arms. Yeah, you heard me. A pilot without arms. She was born in '83. Hey, shout out to the '83 babies. That's me. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, man, she was born without her arms, right? And she's now the world's first licensed armless pilot who flies an aircraft using her feet. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give it up. Give it up to her. Using her feet to fly. Look, man, I don't even think I need to go any deeper into this because that in itself is amazing. That woman had no give up in her motherfucking DNA, and I just cuss, and I'm sorry, but that right there is impressive. She had no quit, no stop, no. Oh man, I can't. She had none of that resonating in her, and I just want to give her a huge shout out, a lot of praise, and that's what we do here, Ben. We show support and love, and we show grace, and we show, you know what I'm saying. We the flowers, what everybody be saying. I don't even know why I said it because I don't. But anyway, we shout out the good things too, man, and that woman right there, man. Hats off to you because you're still a young lady out here. You know what I mean? You a '80s baby, and that's another thing. I'm not doing it. Nope, not doing it. But anyway, I was about to go there. I'm not doing it. Shout out Miss Jessica Cox. You are an inspiration to everybody, and I hope I want everybody who's listening to me talk about this lady that you guys dig deep within yourselves and go out there and achieve some dope. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Okay, I gotta say this. I gotta say this because you think about the odds that had to be stacked against her, right? From birth, the odds, man, that was stacked against her, and she had a decision that she made and said, "What can I do to inspire everybody without having arms? What can I do? I still have feet. God still blessed me with feet. How can I use this to inspire others?" And because she had that grit and grind in her, she decided she was going to be a pilot and fly with her feet, bro. Look, man, you wake up, you got your 9 to 5, you got your job, you got something you want to do, you got to do. Not one, but you have to do. Some of us have to work 2 jobs. Some of us has to find side gigs and everything to maintain. Some of us have to rely on others to help. I mean, let's be real though. We don't do this life on our own. Impossible. You hear people say it all, man, I made it on my own. I'm self-made. You a fucking lie. Because somebody had to give you that opportunity, bro or lady. Let's stop that right there. We don't get it done on our own, right? So all the support behind her for her to achieve this accomplishment, man, let's give them some props too. But mainly her, Miss Jessica Cox, you are awesome. I'm gonna say this too, because I was in Detroit a couple, what was it, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. That the pet, not this past weekend. Look, I was in Detroit. Not too long. And I went to the Hitsville, right, right there on Grand Street, man. The start of Motown. Man, I walked because now it's a museum. It's like a tourist spot. You know what I mean? And they do still have some of the original things there. But even if you there and you like, that can't be the same piano or that can't be the same mics. Even if that was your thought, think about this. You are in the vicinity, the room, the studio where some of the greatest R&B, some of the greatest soul songs were made. Man, I walked through that thing, man, and I had a smile on my face the whole time. But I was so humbled to be there, right? Because like my dad, man, my mom, like my older cousins, my aunties and uncles, they grew up with this music. And the music was so good that we love it too. Right? And you had this dude, Barry Gordy, who said, man, I gotta do something amazing with my life. And man, he did that. He did that. And there's a lot of more intricacies in the places that I was at there. But he started at that in that house. He turned every room that he could into something pivotal to his dream. Like, man, this ain't even my crib no more. Like, Now most people like this is my house, man. He turned rooms into offices, basements into studios, and like, oh man, it was just so humbling. I'm only saying this to say that when I was done with that museum tour, man, I said to myself, man, what I said it, I was just like, man, I feel like I gotta do something to be inspiring to somebody before I die. I have to. I have to. And I'm only saying that because, reading Miss Jessica Cox's story, that is ridiculously inspiring because now I'm like, damn, man, what have I done? I God has blessed me with my arms and legs. I can do so much. You know what I'm saying? And this woman came into this world with a handicap, but then you think about it, I feel more handicapped than her because she's doing some amazing things, man. She's a pilot and she's flying with her feet because she don't have arms and hands. I feel handicapped. If that don't inspire y'all, if this woman don't inspire y'all, man, then I don't. It's something really wrong with the noggin up there with y'all. You know what I mean? And then I'm the type I want to see everybody win, right? And I've been on this earth long enough. I experienced enough to know that everybody just don't win. Everybody don't win. Everybody don't. But I tell you this: everybody has a chance. You know what I mean? You may not win, but you have a chance to. So don't shy away from that chance, man. Don't run away from that chance. Make it happen. You understand me? I just wanted to give y'all that, man. And I'm not even done. I got another one. This one was amazing. This story is amazing. And this is how we gonna end it. And I love it. I love it. Like, peep this out right here, man. So there's a man, he's a chef. And I'm gonna read this. Chef loses 294 pounds in a year after his friend texts him fat fuck every day. I'm not gonna apologize for that silence. I'm not. I just wanted that to sink in. He had a friend that texts him every day, fat fuck. And that made this man say, you know what? I'm reading this a little bit too much. It has to be true. I'm giving this light because a lot of us in this day and age are programmed to believe that if somebody is, if somebody texts you that, you're saying to yourself, oh, they don't like me, something's wrong with me, and then you start feeling bad and you go to this depression and And this guy was like, oh, hell no, man, I ain't about to be no fat fuck. He read it too many times and was like, nah, nope, I'm not, no, I ain't about to do that. So, okay, I'm about to read this, man. He says the moment that changed everything was a single message from a friend who refused to stay quiet about how much he was struggling. It was blunt and uncomfortable, but he admits it was the jolt he needed to finally take control of his health. Whew. All right. All right. All right. Because his friend refused to stay quiet about how much he was struggling. How many people heard me start off this story and go, what kind of friend is he? I don't want that as my friend if you want to belittle me. This dude had enough sense to say, dang, this dude care about me. I know he loved me. He's my best friend. I know he loved me or her. I know she loved me. I know my friend loved me because we kick it all the time. I've known them for a long time, so I don't believe anything is fake about this. And this friend cares so much about this chef. This chef's friend cares so much and didn't want to be quiet about him struggling because he saw his friend struggling and was like, "Nah, man, how I'm gonna get to him?" And he chose this. And it was blunt and uncomfortable, but the chef admits that it was the jolt he needed to finally take control of his health. Man, that is amazing. The chef has spent years working long shifts, tasting dishes, skipping sleep, and relying on quick meals that added up faster than he realized. By early 2022, his weight had climbed to a point that scared him. And his friend began texting him a harsh reminder every day to push him into action. Instead of getting angry, the chef turned it into fuel. He joined the gym and met with a nutrition coach who helped him rebuild his habits from scratch. Over the next year, he had lost 294 pounds, documenting each milestone so he could see how far he came. He later said the message was never meant to shame him, but to wake him up before it was too late. Let me say something, man. Hey, mm-hmm. To that friend, man, hats off to you because you cared. You cared so much. Now I'm gonna jump into something, man, because I'm gonna be honest. Coming up, man, when motherfuckers got at you, like the people that you care, that you love, we come from a time where bullying was character building, right? We didn't look at it as such a bad thing. I can't even speak for everybody. I know I didn't, and I know the people that I knew who were quote unquote bullied or talked about, like they switched it up. Let me tell you something, man. I gotta give her props, man. My sister, I gotta give her props. My oldest sister, man, she used to snipe me, right? When I was getting chubby, you know what I'm saying? And my little older, like around like 10, 11, start getting pudgy, you know what I'm saying? Start getting a little big, start eating a lot, you know what I'm saying? And you saw the weight, and I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of feeling a way about it because I wasn't always, you know what I'm saying, a chubby dude coming up, man. And you know what I'm saying? I even got pictures to prove it just in case y'all motherfuckers don't believe. But my sister used to get at me, man. She, the dozens snapping on each other, whatever y'all want to call it, ragging, cracking on each other, whatever y'all call it. Man, my sister used to get at me, man, and I used to get so mad. Like I used to get mad because I ain't had no comeback. I ain't had no comeback. I couldn't snap back at her. She was just that good. But I'm not saying that is, I don't want y'all to believe that because she snapped on me, I lost weight. That, that ain't where I was about to go with that. Because a motherfucker still fat and handsome. But I'm saying that shit made me good at snapping back. Like it built my little comedic character to where I can get at you. You know what I'm saying? So now if you want to go back and forth with me, man, I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty good at this. And it's because of her. And it's because she used to get at me so much where I had that tear fall because I want to do something to her. but it's not logical to want to fight my sister because she clowning me. She getting at me. And I'm saying that to say this, like, you know, it depends on how you take whatever is given to you, right? Like, if somebody, they put a plate, you choose what you eat off that plate. You choose how you manage that meal. Somebody hands you some cards. You choose how you play those cards. Is choices is what I'm getting to. Decisions is what I'm getting to. You know what I'm saying? You got those chances, those choices, those decisions to do something against the grain. This chef's friend called him a fat fuck every day in a text message. Until that dude was like, "Nah, man, I'm switching my life up." You feel what I'm saying? A lot of most people you hear, they'll take the lower vibrational road and start feeling bad for themselves and get into depression and eat more, and then maybe, like, have some heart problems, some health problems that they could have fixed. You know what I'm saying? And this dude chose to fix it over quote unquote bullying. That's inspiring, man, because he didn't choose to go left. He went right with this thing, and he lost. That's 300 pounds, man, in a year. You know how hard he had to go. You know how disciplined he had to be. You know how serious he had to be, and he was capable. The only way he was capable because he made the decision. The only reason Miss Jessica Cox was capable of flying with her feet because she made the decision. Hey, man, look, man, look. Hats off to the friend. Hats off to the chef. We glad that you got your health in order, man. So now, you know what I'm saying. You're more conscious on how you prepare plates because you are a chef. You know what I'm saying. It's Man, look, this is we ended the storytelling, the little stories on some dope That's how we ended it, on some dope That was dope. I love that. But that makes me want to get into our subject and get into our topic this week. Self-awareness. Self-awareness. All right, so let's just go ahead and break that down. And all right, we just gonna read. Okay, self awareness is the ability to tune in to your own feelings, thoughts, and actions. I gotta go. I gotta say that again, man. I got to. Self awareness is the ability to tune in to your own feelings, thoughts, and actions. And who's more self aware than the chef that lost 294 pounds? He was aware of it, but his friend amplified it. Hmm? Who's more self aware than Miss Jessica Cox, who tuned in to her feelings, thoughts, and actions and said, "Look, I'm still gonna fly. I ain't got arms. I got feet though. Watch me do it." And she did it. But there's another side of self awareness, is it not? Huh? There's always another side, and that's lack of self awareness. Huh? Lack of self awareness. Check this out, man. And then, you gotta wonder what causes lack of self awareness. You know what I mean? What causes it? Okay. How about lack of role models? Uh, uh, Caused by a culture of avoidance. Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that. Let me tell you something, man. One of my work boy, one of the things that I don't value, and I'm not gonna say that like that's never been me. I used to avoid all kinds of stuff. I used to avoid accountability, right? I used to avoid the truth. I used to avoid my ignorance. So if you listen to this and you know me, I ain't trying to hear nothing on no. Or I don't even want you to form your mouth to be like, how can he? I can because that's not me no more. People can change. For the good, may I ask? Oh my gosh, I don't know where that came from. Um, they can change for the better. They can. And boy, once I realized who the I was and how much I didn't like me, I had to change that, man. And now I don't like who I used to be. I can't stand who I used to be. I'm ridiculously disgusted of who I used to be. It don't even make any sense. It don't. And now I get to say I don't like when people avoid accountability. That boy, that gets me, and then it makes me think about how stupid I was, and I get more mad. But I really, really don't like when people try to avoid accountability. That's lack of self awareness, man. And we can go back to the 45-year-old who slept with the 14-year-old boy, embarrassing her daughter. Now she's locked up for 26 years. Lack of self awareness, man. We can talk about the shop owner who couldn't just accept the $200 that she quoted twice. She saw that extra loot and lacked self awareness. And where she lacks self awareness is she's a business owner. She owned a shop. She had employees. And because of her lack of self awareness, she is now in jail. Come on, people. Why? Why do we lack self awareness? Why do we avoid accountability? Why do we avoid bad decisions, lame decisions? Why do we do that? What face are we saving? We can't save face because it's your face. Huh? You can't escape who you are because everywhere you are, there you are. I know I quoted that wrong, but that was some sugar free right there. I know I quoted that wrong, but that's essentially what he was saying. You can't hide from yourself because everywhere you go, there you are. Self awareness, man. We can't lack it, right? We need more of it. Period. Like I said, for me, I'm at Hitsville, and I'm sitting here like, man, let me tell you, I haven't done nothing with my life, and this ain't no pity type shit. It's just, man, I saw some amazing things walking through that museum, seeing how his sister, she had enough self awareness to say, hey, bro, we might want to turn this into a museum, man, a tourist site, right? Because Barry Gordy in 1972, he took Motown to L.A. because he wanted to dabble in movies and stuff. He took Motown to L.A. All everything, all the proceedings and everything. And his sister stayed behind. Was like, I'm gonna look at the thing. And then one day, a bus full of what was it, British soldiers? I could be wrong, but they definitely weren't from America. They came all the way to America because they had to see it. They had to see it. They had to see Motown for themselves because of how far it reached out to everybody. And his sister had the self awareness to say, "Hmm, hey, big bro, all ain't lost." Or little bro, I don't remember. Hey, bro, all ain't lost. We can still make money from this house right here. Now I'm gonna go and holler at some of these acts and see if I can get something from them to put in this museum, so these people can walk by and look at everything and be like, "Holy crap! This is where I heard. This is where my girl was formed. This is where they made Shop Around. This is where they made Cruising. This is where they made Ain't Too Proud to Beg." Come on, man. Look, tap into it, please. Tap into your self awareness, man. See where things aren't as leveled as they should be and level them out. See where things are lacking in your life and raise them up. See where things are toxic in your life. Clean it up. See that your health is not as good as it should be. And do something about it. Let's go. And if this chef ain't enough inspiration, if Miss Jessica Cox ain't enough inspiration, if this hair salon owner ain't enough of an example of having lack of self-awareness, what it'll get you, if this 45-year-old cheer mom who decided to sleep with a 14-year-old and jeopardize her life, her child's life, that young boy's life, if we don't see her lack of self-awareness that got her in this situation, man, all is lost with y'all. And we don't look for people to do bad here. We want everybody to win here. Okay? Everybody. We want everybody to win here. Because it's nothing like seeing somebody do something that you cannot do or didn't do. Right? Like that's just a joy for me when I see people who are actually better at things than me. I'm not a hater. Actually, I've never been one. Like, never been a hater, man. If you can do something that I can't, I applaud you. I always said that, like, to the hairstylist, something, damn. And not her. Not the hairstylist that lack awareness, but I always used to tell my friend, I used to tell her, like, look, man, you can do hair. You're just naturally good at it. Hey, man, I applaud you because that's something that you can do and earn money and not have to work for nobody. I applaud that, right? And this is on some positive stuff, so I'm gonna give him a shout out, man. And I'm gonna say this, my barber, like I don't get my hair cut no more. I don't even get lined up. But the guy who used to cut my hair, Rodney, right? His barber name is Butter. Let me tell you something, man. That dude is amazing at what he do. And I had to tell him one time, like, man, I applaud you, bro. I applaud you, man. And then when I say I'm envious, it's not personal. It's just like I just wish I had a skill like that. You know what I mean? I wish I had a skill like that to where you can just. I told him, like, man, you ain't got to work this job. How dope you are. If you don't get out there and start cutting his hair and make that your source of, man, stop playing. This job don't deserve you, bro. These people who got the hairlines deserve you. Get out there, man. You know what I mean? Like, think about people who know how to sing, who know how to write music, who know how to play music, people who know how to act, people know how to perform, people who know how to the craftsmen out here who know how to build things. You know what I mean? And it's like they can take their skill and then just go make a life out of it. Right? Let's go even deep. Like the people who know how to navigate through woods and just live off the source of the earth. Think about them. I applaud them. You know what I mean? Self-awareness. I am aware enough that there's things that I can't do. So I have to maintain certain things that everybody will probably look down on. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? But I am aware of the skills that I do have. I like to yap, as you can tell. You know what I'm saying? And this is more therapeutic. This ain't got nothing to do with trying to gain some monetary status, bro. Like I really like chopping it up with people. And then I really like getting on here and talking to my audience, whoever is listening. I don't care if it's two people. I really enjoy it because you can hear me say something and you'll have a different perspective. And because of that, because of I know everybody got a different perspective on things, that shit, that right there just gets me going, man. And I love it. 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 All right. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the stain on my white tee. This week. All right. Look, man, this week's stain on my white tee is when people give you options when you ain't when it's forced upon you. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Don't make no decisions for me. What you making decisions for me for? We can either this or that. Nah, because it could be another that or this that we could be doing. Don't. All right, let me give you an example. Let me get because maybe y'all not hearing me. Y'all ain't understanding what I'm saying, or maybe there are that is. But I'm just gonna put it out like this. Okay, so example. Not saying that this happened. Not. I'm just example. All right. So I'm on the phone with somebody, and we trying to figure out, hey man, what's the play for the night? We going out? Yeah, man, we should. I ain't. Yeah, let's go out, man. That'd be fun. Well, all right, cool. Well, look, let me just tell you this. I already got it in motion, man. So what's gonna happen is, like, we gonna drive here, man. Like, you just give me like 20 in gas, and then we pull up to this spot that I heard about, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, sir, calm down. The hell you mean I'm gonna give you 20? Hey, man, this ain't how I go. You don't force that upon me. You don't make that decision for me. You don't even know if I want to meet you there. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't like when people do that. Don't make a decision for me. Let me make that decision. Right? Because who know what you gonna lead me into if I just go with your decision. Boy, let me tell you something. A lot of things, I'm learning to not bother me as much, right? Because I don't feel that that's a proper way of going about things, by getting highly upset and getting into your feelings about things. Like I don't rock with that too much. I know I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm working on something. As we all should. What I'm saying, me. But right there, those kind of things still kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you start seeing the stain on your t-shirt on your nice white crispy tee, and even if you try to like you rubbing it, the stain get worse. Now the stain is worse because you was trying to get rid of the stain. Yeah, man, that's one of them. Like you start seeing, you look down and you like, fuck, it's there. Don't be making decisions for me. All right, you don't have that right now. I can see if I'm a vegetable out here. I can't make this. I can't do stuff on my own. I get that, but man, if I'm capable, don't be making no decisions for me, man. Look, man, that was it. That was my stain on my white tee. That was the episode. I hope you guys really grab something for this from this, and I really want you guys to reiterate some things, comment, come back at me, say, hey, well, maybe this or maybe that. You bring it, because here we don't have a end all be all situation unless it's like the real facts. You know what I mean? But when it comes to decisions in lives and things that have been done and said or what have you, look, we don't hold it to one thing. We are open to everything. That's my favorite part about this show, about this podcast. And I want you guys to know that, and I want you guys to just throw that back at me. Whatever you guys have in any of these stories that I brought up, or even about self awareness, teach me something. Like maybe there's something that I missed that should have been said. Get at me. I ain't about to get into my feelings about it. I'm all for it because it'll help, right? Because we are perspective driven. Love y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in. We are out.